Welcome back to Planet Crafter. So I fully expect us to finish terraformation today on this planet. I want to go into that next section of the dome that we unlocked and also finish the first section because we didn't actually do the building in the first section. And then there's the other tri or quad of domes a little bit down the way. I feel like exploring those two things is going to be all that we have to do. So maybe today's the last episode of Selenea. So that said, let's jump in. And we're kicking off at 4% of the way to complete terraformation. I say the last episode of Selenea, but it is not going to be... Oh, I like the way that waterfall looks. It's not going to be the last episode of Planet Crafter. And the reason is I'm thinking of doing a full episode just purely... Actually, let me get some animals down. Do I have the stuff to make animals? But I'm thinking of doing a full episode, basically, of... Well, I have a couple of animals. Okay. I need the extractor. Sorry. Completely lost my train of thought. I want to do all of the alternate endings, so I think I'm going to have an entire episode basically dedicated to going through the endings, and that'll be the end of Planet Crafter. Now, with it being the end of Planet Crafter, I do have plans to play... That's not what I needed. I need this. I do have plans to play other games, but I had some news from work that basically means I'm not able to commit the time. I'm actually going to be on a fairly substantial business trip with an undefined end date that'll take me... I could be gone for months. So I'm not going to start up something new just to not have anything. So we're going to have a bit of a break in the content. But I do want to finish off Planet Crafter. Okay. Now we have larva coming in, which just means we have the colors to make animals now as we set up those ecosystems. All right, so that is the full animal pen, which I wasn't gonna do, but you know, sometimes you gotta do, especially when you're very distracted. Oh yeah, I didn't need animals because I had the fish. I forgot about all those fish. I don't have really like anything for insects though right now. Like the beehives do insects, but like it's only a little bit. I actually think the ecosystems I just put down are better for insects. But we are progressing, so that's fine. Let's just dip. Let's head over. Are you empty? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's head over to that second dome that should be open now that the heat is astronomical. Oh, the trees are looking better. The ice is all gone over here. Let's check the elevator one more time since we're here. That's really the only thing is the elevator. But I'm guessing, yeah, it's still down. I'm guessing we need to get power to over here for it to work. And then there's another room that we have not been able to explore yet. I'm hoping... Oh god, flag spike. Yeah, look at the redwoods, nice. I'm hoping that in this building is something that we can turn power on. Trees are starting to be kind of towering, which is cool. A little guy? There's little... It's little sand shrews. Cool. And we got a species out of them. A new creature we haven't seen before. I don't know why I just put that in the car. I'm gonna get out of the car and bring it in with me. And we never explored this building. And then there was a couple loot boxes. Actually, I did look in here. I remember now. There wasn't really anything in here. And there was a couple loot boxes up here. I'm trying to remember back to yesterday or the day before when I played this and edited it. I think that was all that I hadn't explored up here. I think. We should be able to go into the next area too, because it was heat. Let's go look at this other door that had a... Oh, it's not just... Oh, never mind. It's not just open. I thought it was just open already. Actually, let's drive the car over here. May as well have it as close as possible. Doors won't open, they say, but then the doors open. Sorry, coffee stop. Okay. Ooh. Yes, let's just go right to left. They got all these bookshelves. I love these bookshelves. Archives. Laser quartz discovery. After a thorough analysis of the geological layer, Koa shared an interesting discovery with us. Beneath our feet lies high-quality quartz that could be very useful to us in the future. We decided to form a study group to identify our options in this regard. Archives, first year. It seems like a year has already passed since we arrived. Our long period of preparation has paid off, and our organizational systems have proven their effectiveness. This has allowed us to begin our installation under good conditions. We hadn't planned everything, but overall everything's going well. To celebrate, we organized a big party in the first dome, which was a real treat for everyone. The work is sometimes exhausting given the size of the task, but our motivation remains strong. Sorry, I had to cut on my AC. I'm cooking alive, man. There's so many archives. Okay, what was this screen? Archives, Pioneer Charter. Like others before us, we wanted to try something else, another way to play the game of existence. The rules of the game that were proposed to us no longer suited us. For ourselves and our children, we wanted to review these rules, to free ourselves from them and reinvent new ones, to see where our ideas could lead us by stopping complaining and taking back control of our destinies. Through our own actions, where will that lead us? There's only one way to find out. Try this. That was a mouthful. We got an access card. Nothing really over here. Another message. Archives. Vote on Blazer Quartz mining. 37 in favor and 8 abstentions. The discussions were long, but we reached a consensus. The decision was made to launch a major Blazer Quartz mining project alongside our subsistence activities. So like food. Oh, they have water in here. I didn't need to drink that water. What's in the conference room? Oh, look at all this smart cloth. Only I could disassemble it. We got a kitchen. Honey cooked beans. Interesting. Reduce thirst for a small period of time. Okay. Just reminds me that I never really bothered looking through the kitchen recipes. Okay, well, I was worried about water. We had a gym. There's nothing in the lockers I can take. Weights and... what are these? Tanning beds, I guess, maybe? Another access card. Okay. Nice little relaxing area. What kind of refreshments we got up here? Honey cooked beans and a locker full of iron? Interesting. Don't need that. They got little hovercrafts in the water. They're like, they wanted little boats for the funds. Be cool if I could disassemble that. No message here. No power here. Okay. Ooh. I need 2 batteries. Okay. Lots of useful materials, though. Take all these to the car, and we'll wait to go back in case we find a couple batteries in here. How are you doing? I have a way to get rid of one item. So the drones aren't going to take the... food out of the car, because I never have seen it before, so there's nothing requesting it. No power in here, but we need a generator, or we need 2 batteries. Not a generator. Then we'll go right. We got a bathroom. Trash can. I forgot to actually look in the car and see if there was any... Oh no, there weren't any batteries because it had emptied it already. Oh. All the doors are shut. Looks like we got a super alloy tower. Look at them go. I think it's actually the first super alloy shower I've seen on this map. And it happens while I'm inside a big dome. This one requires 5 access cards. We have 3 in there. It's a heaters. I'm lost. Okay, I need to go back out. How do I get out? How do I get out? Okay. We're out. We're gonna go right. Another access card. Guessing the last access card will be behind that door with the generator. Well, that's a new suit. Selenea. Actually been a while since we've gotten a new suit. I think we've gotten 1 per planet outside of the ones we got on Prime. I have not, however, found batteries yet, and I think I'm about to that point where I'm going to have to head home. So I will go ahead and load back probably after I get the batteries, unless I do something else in the meantime. You know, I tend to get distracted. Got a fish starting to phase in and out. Hello. Now we haven't explored any of these buildings yet. No, we're not going to be able to see the actual color of the suit. I mean, it looks kind of cool. I'll keep it on. Like how they were designing stuff with the keys. Or with the archers and stuff. Like, look, they have some archers that are just like flipped and stuff. One more key, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be behind that secured door. Could be wrong though. I think that this is the last building I haven't explored yet. So these are all bathrooms. Same layout. That's building 1. feel like we'll be going home here soon. I don't think we're going to get the key yet, but I think we're going to run out of space. This floor doesn't even have a bathroom. Oh, here's the key, so I guess we don't need power. Oh. Oh no, it's the little kid's room. Val, could you ask Iz if it's possible to have a little more heating exceptionally for the next few months? I know everyone needs to be careful, but I'm a little worried about the baby. I saw him shaking a little the other day, and despite all the blankets, I'm afraid it'll leave him with after effects. Thank you. Love you. Ari. Oh. Not good. There was definitely a baby here, and he was cold, and we know the blazer quartz sucked the heat out of everything. I think I'm going to end up leaving a pretty significant chunk of the exploration in for this, just because there's a lot of like near back-to-back stuff, and I feel like it'll look weird if I cut it. So don't be surprised if the last episode of Selenea, or I assume it's the last episode of Selenea, ends up being a little bit longer than the other episodes have been. Just so y'all know. Well, there's another suit. That sucks. Okay, I'm gonna go home real quick. Grab a battery. Empty the car. I will drop the key in the door. Boo. Okay. I'm going to leave the car here. I'm going to run home. And come back. Grab 2 batteries. I think the car is faster when I'm on foot. Or driving. Actually, there's a speed boost for the car, now that I think about it, that I forgot to make. Could be even faster. I'll look into it when I get back over there again. Probably after we finish the stone. There's the power. Oh. Hello. Lots of loot. I also wonder if that just... Oh, there's vaults in here too. I didn't even... Like, I didn't register that they were vaults. I don't remember seeing any other doors that weren't open. So... I'll leave the car there. Whoa. It's the ring outside. Perhaps one day our technologies will be advanced enough to warm this big rock. And if our children haven't forgotten this place, perhaps they'll return to continue what we started. But given the difficulty of the last few months and the bad experience it's been, I doubt it. Everyone seems to want to turn the page on this adventure. Wow. Oh, did they actually get to leave? Cool. Nice. I was gonna be real sad if all of them died, because they started out as like pretty happy people. And then there was the one that was like, nah, I'll go down with the project. But like, obviously not all of them were like that. They had a kid they were taking care of. All this effort will have been unrewarded. The gift from heaven wasn't one, and will have led to our downfall. I would have liked to stay, but this planet is no longer livable. The recent difficulties have undermined our sense of community. It's unfortunate. I didn't want to leave, but many have already left us. We won't be able to hold on any longer. Paz. The Paz wanted to stick it out. Oh, got a little dude. Hello, Hilo. You're kind of stuck in the brace, pillar, whatever you want to call that thing, I guess. That goes up, so we'll look in that next. Hello, poster. Lots of loot in here, for sure. It's high time to leave. Yes, it could have been a wonderful experience, and we experienced some intensely joyful moments during those years. But you have to learn to resign yourself when the elements are against you. I can't stand this cold anymore, and it's getting worse every day. I can't believe Koa decided to stay, preferring science over humanity. Ari. Well, Ari, I mean, you had a kid that you were taking care of. So like, you're biased. Oh god. There's not going to be enough space in the car for all of this. I have to go home already. We got a poster and a statue, though. Oh, there's the Megadome unlocked. Is this... This is where it was. Got another message over here. We do. The Blazer Quartz trade has allowed us to advance much faster than expected. Today we celebrate this spaceport, which will allow us to trade even more easily and efficiently. It's even possible that in years to come, new people will join us here to keep our project alive and growing. I guess technically I'm here. Alive and growing, maybe not so much, but I am here. I didn't finish looting over here, right? There was still some in here. Yeah, okay. Let's take the elevator. Hey, it's an elevator that actually works. Oh, it's this. Oh, this is the spaceport. I just registered that they said that this is a spaceport. New message received. I think we're gonna have to take a trip home real quick and drop all the loot off. I don't think we have the space. Yeah. Alright, we'll just take a trip home. We have completed terraformation. So that is all of the universe terraformed. Fully terraformed on everywhere. Alright, and I guess I will be right back. And we will head straight back to that middle dome cluster. Yeah, so everybody except for the one guy left is basically what I'm kind of getting from the messages that we've seen so far. This is also seeming like it's the final area, which I still haven't been over here yet, so I'm curious. All right, so we are back. I had to go take care of something with the cat, but this is where we were looting before. Yeah, there is last little loot. And this elevator. Wonder if this will get us to the power for the other building. Oh man, look how high this elevator goes. I'm just gonna cut this part out, so I'll see you when we get there. Alright, and we are finally getting to the top of this elevator that is way longer than it needs to be. I see one chest in here. Poster. Okay, I'll always take a poster. A little bit more loot. Is there another door? There is. And what's this button do? Oh, it's a rail car. The sky elevator, whatever you want to call it. Nice. That's a hell of a view we get right here. So we're gonna go over to the top of that dome, I guess. Is there a generator in here? Okay, so it just connects straight to the top. No messages in here. This is like the upper section above the area that we cleared. We got a message up here. Operation. Let me try that again. Operating notes. Once extracted with the drills, the ore is crushed and transported directly to the large storage vaults on the lower level. This allows for constant influx of blazer quartz. As long as there's room in the vaults, they'll be refilled with ore. Koa. Oh, we got a fish egg. Is there water in here? I don't see any. Let me bar down right here then. There's a chest outside. Flag spike. There's the generator. Oh gosh, the car is so fast that I can't control it. I guess I did get a little bit of speed. Oh gosh. I brought 3 and I needed 5. The properties of laser quartz are exceptional. It seems to interact with its oh my gosh, let me try that again. It seems to interact with its immediate external environment. I'm still struggling to fully understand the chemical mechanism at work. But one thing is certain, this quartz absorbs and destroys the heat of its surroundings. How did I not see this sooner? When the quantities we've unearthed, the entire planet is at risk of cooling at breakneck speed. Oh, so they froze themselves out. And I am 2 batteries short. And we kind of already knew that they froze themselves out. That's kind of how the messages we've found have been going. Despite all my efforts, I haven't found any way to reverse the process. The rate at which quartz absorbs heat is immense and only increasing. The drop in temperature over the past few years is finally being explained. It was obvious that I failed to identify early enough. How can I ever forgive myself? The planet won't be habitable for much longer. I must warn everyone. Koa. I don't need any more resources at all. I'm already done. I really shouldn't even be looting everything. It's not like posters and stuff like that, because there's no need. I'm already fully terraformed on every planet. Me filling up on loot is kind of silly. But I also, if another planet comes out, I'm going to be coming back on this solar system, so I don't have to completely redo everything from scratch, and I'll be able to explore the new content. That said, so it is beneficial for me to have some more resources available. Definitely seeming a lot more inhabitable. Let's go throw these batteries in the generator. I actually remember to grab them. I don't think it did anything except for powered that elevator, but yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna ride the elevator. Oh no! Oh, I got it. Let's see if I can remember where the power was being supplied to. So the elevator is no longer temporarily disabled. Okay. Where is that room we just brought power to? Is it in here? I remember there was a room that needed power. Was it down in the downstairs? Apparently not. It was right here. Oh, it's their laser quartz storage. Apparently. Well. I wasn't the most enthusiastic about the idea of installing giant drills when this project was proposed, but I think I did well to follow the group's consensus. This will open the door to greater comfort, and it should reduce any remaining tensions related to overcrowding. We're going to trade interplanetarily with what we're going to extract. We'll have to be careful. However, it could attract the attention of unwanted people. Is this the spot that is going to fill up with laser quartz regardless? I doubt it, but it'd be cool if that's the case. I feel like it'd be too broken to be able to get a quartz like that. Anywho, I guess that's going to be all that's down here. So we have that last dome to do, I guess. Hey guys, so I jumped into an end card unannounced here just because I realized during the editing that I am about 40 minutes of footage that's already, like, after I've finished cutting already, and I still have another hour and a half of the section of the video that's not all of the end cards, or all of the endings. So that said, we're gonna get a bonus episode out. This is gonna be the second to last Selenea episode, and we still have that whole other dome structure, and then prepping for the end of the game, and then flying over to Prime to do our first ending over there. All that is going to be in the next episode, and that'll be maybe a little bit of shorter episode doing that, but I think it'll be better in the long run to have this 40-minute episode and then maybe a 20-minute episode, and then the final going through all the endings. That, for all I know, that one could end up being like 10 minutes. Probably gonna be a little longer because I did have to go through a couple portals, or a portal or two. Actually, no, two portals to get all the stuff that I needed for one of the endings. But that said, thank you to anyone who's managed to stick this far in the video. If you like what you're seeing, please leave a like. If you want to see more of me or my gameplay, subscribe. And there'll be a couple videos after this, and then probably a month or two of nothing. So it just depends on how long my work trip ends up actually being, because it's not set in stone. And it depends on the whole, geopolitical climate. But that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.